students, good morning. Today we will discuss chapter number 6 from History World after 1945. As you all know that we had two world wars in the past. First World War and Second World War. First World War, which was taken place from 1914 to 1919, and Second World War, which was taken place from 1939 to 1945. So, the Second World War that ended in 1945 had most devastating consequences. Need was felt for world peace and security. So, to maintain peace and security among the nations, the United Nations was established on 24th October 1945. If we talk about India, so after Second World War, India solved the tremendous problem of their rehabilitation and restoration very skillfully and patiently. The then Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel merged about 562 small and big princely states of India into Indian Union. Here Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's strong determination, iron and diplomatic negotiations solve the problem. Now let's discuss about the United Nations Charter. Now what is United Nations Charter? It is just like a constitution of India. As we have constitutions of India, and in that constitution the aims and objectives and goals are described. In the same way, the aims and objectives of the UN were spelled out in the UN Charter. When we see our constitution, it starts with preamble. And what is there in preamble? In preamble, what are the objectives and goals that we have to achieve for our nation, that is described in shortly. In the same way, in United Nations Charter starts with the preamble and it explains the goal of United Nations. Which are the goals? Which is described in United Nations Charter. So they are that it states the determination to save the future generation from the pangs of destructive war, emphasizes on international cooperation, socialist cooperation of all countries to promote socio-economic progress. The charter also emphasizes on the laid on developing tolerance of mutually so that the whole world develops socially. Economic, social, cultural problems should be solved with the invitation of United Nations and human rights. And lastly, all the nations for cooperation to achieve these objectives. It is appealed there in Charter. United Nations Charter concludes this dismissal of war and constant urge for peace is the main objective of United Nations. Now let's discuss about Cold War. Though the USA and the USSR emerged as the superpowers after World War II, their rivalry for the dominance over the world politics was the main cause of the Cold War. Not only these, but also some different causes for the Cold War between USA and USSR. There was also ideological conflict between the communism advocated by the USSR and capitalism practiced by the Western democracies. The USSR had brought Eastern Europe under its control, and there was a threat of spread of communism and Soviet expansion in the Western Europe. This led to the formation of North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which is known as NATO by the USA and its allies in Europe. The communist revolution took place in China, and this was threat to allies of the USA in Southeast Asia. This led to the formation of Southeast Asian Treaty Organization, which is known as SEATO. The USSR was looking forward to dominate Central Asia. Therefore, the USA and its allies formed Central East North Treaty Organization, which is known as CENTO. It responds to the formation of military alliances by the USA, the USSR, and its allies formed Warsaw Treaty Organization. These two power groups and military alliances tried to win over their side the rest of the countries in the world. Because of Cold War, there was atmosphere of mutual suspicion and fear leading the race for nuclear armaments till 1945. The USA was the only nuclear power and USSR acquired nuclear capabilities in 1949. So till here we discuss today. We will discuss more about this chapter and in that especially NATO, CETO and Warsaw Treaty. What is Warsaw Treaty? What is CETO? And what is Warsaw Treaty? That we will discuss in our next video. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day.